In Star Wars: The Last Jedi, Han Solo's chain gold dice play a small yet important role. Here's a rundown of where they came from, what they mean, and where we expect to see them again. What's up everybody, my name is Josh Riel, and as you'd expect, I'll be talking full spoilers for The Last Jedi. The dice originally appeared in A New Hope, hanging in the cockpit the same way people hang those fuzzy dice from their rear view mirrors. The dice were probably just there as a joke and weren't considered an important detail because they were not there in Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi. When J.J. Abrams recreated the Falcon for The Force Awakens, he wanted it to be as accurate as possible, so he chose to include the dice. Now the funny thing is, you can't actually see them anywhere in the movie, but we do know they were there off-screen because they were clearly visible in the Vanity Fair image taken of the cockpit, and they appear in the official visual dictionary for the movie. As for why the dice are important, they were how Han won the Falcon from Lando Calrissian. There's a game called Corellian Spike, which is a version of Sabacc that uses dice instead of cards. Lando wagered the Falcon and lost, so Han decided to keep the dice as the lucky charm that won him the fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy. The dice come into play in The Last Jedi when Luke boards the Falcon and takes them as a memento of his fallen friend. They appear again later when Luke's Force illusion hands them to Leia on Crate, acting as a symbol of the man they both loved and lost. Of course, as we find out at the end when Kylo Ren picks them up, they weren't real, they were part of the Force illusion. But they once again serve as a reminder, this time to Kylo, about what he did to his father. Given Kylo's rocky path towards redemption in The Last Jedi, the dice probably made him feel a sense of regret for what he did. As for where the dice are now, they're either back on the island amongst Luke's remaining physical possessions, or he returned them to their place hanging in the Millennium Falcon. We'll have to wait till episode 9 to potentially find out the answer. Now here's a bit of trivia. The dice were originally just regular dice with pips numbered 1 through 6, but they were given a new design for The Last Jedi. You'd hardly notice, but now they look a bit more alien and Star Warsy, with symbols similar to those used in the casino city of Canto Bight. This leads to my theory that the dice will show up again in the Han Solo origin movie coming out in 2018, Solo: A Star Wars Story. If the folks at Lucasfilm went through the trouble of redesigning the dice and making them look more unique and cool up close, then I'd bet on seeing them during that fateful game where they're used to win the Falcon. This would also give them a reason to show Han hanging up the dice in the Falcon, which would then create a bit of continuity that we can trace back to The Last Jedi, and add more emotional weight to Han Solo's lucky charm. So that's everything you need to know about Han Solo's gold dice. For more on The Last Jedi, check out my review of the movie and our analysis of everything that happened in the end. And be sure to follow and subscribe wherever you like to watch IGN.